Welcome to the Highland Waves podcast, coming to you from the Marshbrook Studios, situated on the banks of the world-famous Margaree River in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, Canada. At Highland Waves, we feature stories about the people, the places, and the visitors of Inverness County. I'm Pat Wall, your host. This morning, with me in studio is Ashley Tambos, the relatively new manager and part owner of the well-known and respected cafe called The Dancing Goat, situated beside the Cabot Trail in northeast Margaree. Good morning, Ashley.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome. You're a relatively newcomer to the Margarees?
Yes, I am. It's almost been a year now since I moved to Margaree, so yeah.
You grew up where?
Well, I was born in Toronto and I grew up in Stouffville, Ontario. Toronto, it's known for its bustling city life, and Stouffville is a small community nestled in Ontario. I feel like I've been able to experience the best of both worlds, so it's been nice.
What brought you to Margaree?
The Dancing Goat. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that your parents were here for some time before you. Is that correct?
Yeah. So they originally came here about 10 years ago.
Okay.
They were visiting my grandpa in Nova Scotia, and they came to Cape Breton just to visit and explore, and they fell in love with the area. So they bought a place close to Inverness, and the rest of the family just started coming every summer, and so it's been about a decade now we've been coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're really not newcomers.
Well, I'm new to live here permanently. Yeah, full time. Yep.
Yeah. Have you had previous experience in the restaurant business?
Well, growing up, pretty much my entire work history was in the food and hospitality industry.
Okay.
So being an owner and a manager, that is new to me. So yeah.
Okay. Well, the Dancing Goat, of course, has been around for, I don't know, maybe 25, 30 years.
Oh.
Has had one owner, then several partners in an ownership.
Mm-hmm.
And what made you purchase the Dancing Goat?
The Dancing Goat is just it's a unique place for sure. I just fell in love with it when I came here. When we were visiting, with my parents, we would always make a point to go to the Dancing Goat. It has the best, freshest ingredients and unique sandwiches, salads, soups, baked treats, and just the warm, cozy atmosphere that it has. It's been it's just what we were drawn to, really. So yeah.
Well, it's interesting. I remember one day I drove up to go to the Goat,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a sign on the building. It was closed. It was in the middle of the week.
Mm-hmm.
The power was out, so we couldn't provide any services. While I was there, a couple from Glace Bay drove in, and as I was getting in my car, they walked up to the door, and he was slamming his fists, and he was mad as heck.
Mm-hmm.
So I got out of the car. I said, "Can I help you?" He said, "What the heck is going on here?" I said, "The place is closed." He said, "We just drove from Glace Bay to get lunch, and here we are, no lunch."
Yeah.
So it gives you an indication, how popular it is when you have people drive that far to come and have lunch at the Dancing Goat.
Yeah, I know, it is pretty crazy. People come from all over the area, Sydney, it's wild.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Is everything homemade at the Goat?
We try and make everything from scratch. So, our breads are all homemade. We cook and slice, our chicken, and we slice all our meat, our cheese. So everything, from the sandwiches, we try and prepare and do everything from scratch. The baked goods, everything, is made from scratch. The cookies, the soups, we don't buy anything that, is prepared, so to speak. We did actually include home fries that are, but other than that, everything is, made from scratch, and we're trying to, continue with that, because I think that's one of the reasons why everyone loves the goat so much, is because everything is fresh and, homemade, and yeah.
Yeah, I traveled a lot, and I remember when the goat opened, and their soups hit me right off. And one of the things I noticed at that time was that all of the soups were pureed. And the only place I saw that was in Africa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I said, oh, that's great, because I love those soups when I was in Africa. But the other thing, it was a big hit with my grandchildren, was the homemade lemonade in the spring. I mean, they just went crazy for that every time they came here.
Yeah, the lemonade's been a big hit last summer, for sure.
Perhaps you can give our listeners a brief overview of what the goat provides.
Yeah, I think that it provides like a warm, cozy atmosphere. It it has like a lot of good quality, fresh products. It has a little bit of everything for everyone. We're trying to, be more cautious of dietary restrictions. So we're trying to include some more like gluten-free, sugar-free, dairy-free items, for everyone to enjoy. But yeah, overall, it provides, it's a safe space for people to come and enjoy, lunch with friends, family, or, just simply enjoy, a baked good and a cup of fresh coffee on their own. I feel like it's a staple within the community for sure, because it just provides everyone, a place to go to and enjoy, a fresh sandwich, a comforting bowl of soup, fresh salad. Yeah.
You provide breakfast, lunches. You're open until 4 p.m.
Yep.
That's from 7 to 4, I think.
So we're open 7:30 to 4 p.m. Monday to Saturday, and then Sunday we're open 8 to 4. And do you provide
takeout service?
Yeah, so we have breakfast, which runs from 7:30 to 12. Lunch is all day, and then we do takeout. We are currently working on, doing online ordering and delivery. So that's something that, we've been looking into, because, we've realized that not everyone can, drive or access the goat. So, we've been looking into maybe doing like some deliveries to, some care homes and,
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so.
Great service.
Yeah.
What are your most popular items?
The chicken sandwich for sure is the most popular sandwich. Everyone has been pretty excited over like the new soups that we've been including. So we have, a few new soups. We have the lasagna soup. We have broccoli feta. We do have, some home fries now, which everyone's been pretty excited about. I guess the new items, have been a nice change up for everyone, I think. We haven't changed any of, the staples, because, they are staples for a reason. But, I think that, the chicken sandwich for sure is a popular item on the lunch menu, and everyone loves the blueberry pancakes too, I think. So, yeah.
You have busy times, of course, and those would be probably breakfast, lunch.
Yeah, so our busiest time, I'd say, would be like around 11. It's like in between breakfast and lunch, so we get a bit of both during that time. So yeah.
Seasons are also unpredictable sometimes, probably in terms of the busyness.
Yeah, so the summertime is definitely our busiest time. I think that the winter time, we have been getting a lot of snowmobilers. I wasn't really sure how the winter was going to play out. It was just, I guess, dependent on how much snow we got, and I think we got a pretty good winter this year. So we got a decent amount of snowmobilers, which was nice. It kept us, going.
Are you a snowmobiler?
I have recently been trying to get into it. My dad and my sister, they're really big snowmobilers. Okay. So My dad actually brought his snowmobile up a couple of weeks ago, and I think he's just going to leave it here at this point because the snow is so much better and the trails are amazing here.
Yes,
So
yeah.
I think next year he's definitely going to spend more winter time here anyways, going on the trails.
Yeah, the place is well known for its snowmobile activities.
Yeah, definitely.
In fact, in eastern Canada, with the exception of Newfoundland, of course, we've probably got more snow than most places.
Yeah.
So, at least in Nova Scotia, anyway.
Yeah.
So I assume mid-January to April are likely your most busy times.
I would say
or slowest times. I'm sorry.
Slow. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely slowed down quite a bit, but with the snow, the snow and the snowmobilers, it did keep us, busy on weekends and some weeks depending on the weather. But we're definitely seeing a change now because the snow's starting to melt and spring's just around the corner. So we'll probably hit another dead period within the next couple of weeks until we pick back up again for summer.
Do you have any plans to change your marketing strategy for that particular time of the year to try and pick business up?
We have been exploring a couple of options. We've been looking into maybe doing like some dinner options, extending our breakfast hours, just trying to, I've just put in a suggestion box. So we've been getting a lot of suggestions about, dinner options and, lengthening our breakfast hours. So I think that, including those could draw some more people in, and our new seasonal items that we may bring onto the menu. So I think that so that's what we're kind of aiming towards.
Yeah, well, that was my next question, is because here in Margaree, if you live here year round, from after Christmas until mid-April, if you want to go for dinner, you have probably one choice. You either go to the deck or you go to the big interval if you can get up there on the road.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering whether you had any ideas about changing to having or providing dinners at your place.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing a lot. It's because a lot of businesses around here are seasonal. It is hard to go out for dinner and stuff like that. So we do recognize that. So that's, one of the reasons why we want to, provide that for the community. And, so we were kind of thinking maybe doing like pizza nights, just some maybe game nights and stuff like that where, you can come in with your family or, friends and just have a place to go to. So yeah, that's definitely something we have been looking into for sure.
Yeah. Well, with that, the next question is there any plans for expansion of the building itself?
Not in Margaree. We are looking into expanding in Inverness. So so later down the line for sure. Yeah.
Okay. One of the things I hear about all the time when I'm in the city, in Halifax, for example, when it comes to cafes or coffee shops, is a lot of the owners have some difficulties with people who come in with their laptops and sit in there. They buy a coffee and they stay for 3 or 4 hours, particularly in busy times, which takes up space from other people coming in and having their lunch and what have you. Do you have that problem here, or?
We do have, students and, people coming to work and stuff at the GOAT, and, all through the night really. We have, kids coming by using the internet and stuff like that. And I don't really mind, having that because, like I said before, it's just like a safe space where everyone can kind of go to and, enjoy a meal or a coffee while they work. And in the summertime, we did have, a few people who have come in and were working and stuff and taking up tables. And I mean, our hope is for, the summertime to include more like seating and an outside patio perhaps. So I think that, it's not really an issue for me to have those people there. I think that, a solution would be just to have more seating. available.
You seem to have good staff.
Yeah, definitely.
And many of them have been there for quite some time.
Yeah.
How do you keep your staff like that? They always seem to be happy. They're busy, but they seem to be happy and doing well.
Yeah, honestly, they've been so amazing, and I don't think I could have done it without them. They really showed me the ropes and everything. I think that a lot of them have been there for years and years, and I'm so grateful that they stayed when we took over, because I was a little worried about that. But all of them that that are there now, they have so much knowledge of the business, and they know the customers, they know the recipes like the back of their hand, so I think that, just having good staff is important. So I think that for me as, a manager and an owner is just kind of, treat them with respect and listen to them, listen to their, suggestions, and, just have an open relationship with them, so they don't feel like, we're part of a team rather than,
just an employee.
Yeah. Just, they work so well together. They really have like a positive work environment. They all help each other. And I think that's really important, to have a team where, you can count on. And I think they've built like a pretty strong connection with one another. And I think that,
It's certainly evident.
Yeah.
And it must be a challenge for a lot of businesses. I don't know what you, but in the wintertime, it's sometimes difficult to get staff, because a lot of times, and you know this better than I, students are filling in a lot in the staff positions, and then come time to go back to school,
they're all gone.
They're gone. So it's a challenge, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We have a pretty good core team, to get us through the winter time, and in the summertime we get lots of students, and they've all been great. We have a lot of students coming back that were with us last year, so it's nice to have the same people coming back.
What are the biggest challenges for you running a business in a rural area like Margaree?
I think that everything has just, it's been new. Everything has been new. So the area is new, meeting everyone and the business and everything. So I think that one of the challenges for me was I moved here, by myself. I have my family all live in Ontario. My husband's still in Scotland. So I think one of the most challenging things for me was that, I was kind of here by myself. But I think that, being at the Dancing Goat, because they're such a strong team and because, we have such a great relationship with one another, I think that, they've kind of made it my second home now. So I think that, that challenging part has, having them has made it, better for me for sure. So.
Your husband is in Scotland?
Yeah.
Is he in the same business?
No, actually, he's in the construction industry.
Okay.
But once he comes here, he's looking forward to starting working at the Goat and stuff like that.
Oh, good.
So yeah.
Apart from buying the services you provide, what else do you think the community could do to help you help them?
I think that the community has been so great already. They welcomed me with open arms, and I think that for me, it's an important thing for me is to include more community initiatives and collaborations and stuff. So I'm always looking for different what's the word, like partnerships with other businesses within the area. So for instance, like we partnered up with Margaree Maple. They've always been with them, but just helping each other, like helping each other's businesses, if that makes sense. Like Jessica, she has provided us like flowers and stuff to sell for like in the restaurant, and I think that for me, like just getting involved with each other, I think, and helping each other's, businesses grow, I think would be,
Well, you feed off one another.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so, like having, like promoting each other and
Sure.
helping each other grow because, it is such a small community and there are, so few businesses in the area. I think that, including them in, marketing and advertising and having, our bulletin board displayed, with their flyers and stuff and just kind of like helping each other, put out their business to, the tourists and, yeah.
What works for one works for all in those situations.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. You mentioned about Inverness. Can you expand on that a little bit, or is it too early?
We're still working out the logistics of that, but we're hoping to get a bakery in there this summer. Not necessarily to like sell product, but to produce more for the summertime, and we'll just kind of see like what happens with that. Yeah.
Well, certainly is a good market up there with the golf courses and what have you in the summertime. There are a lot of activities.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. We're hoping to also, kind of not have so much congestion in Margery because I feel like a lot of the community aren't able to enjoy the Dancing Goat during the summertime because it's so busy. So if we're able to kind of take away some of that traffic to Inverness, then maybe the locals would be more inclined to come and enjoy, it in the summertime as well. So
for me, as a customer, in the summer, it seems that the bakery items create some congestion with people coming in, picking up bakery items, and then other people waiting to get their order to sit down. That seems to be, to me, and I know I'm not there all the time, seems to be a bit of a challenge at times.
Yeah, definitely. The one of the things we are looking into is creating a separate area for like the baked goods and the merchandise. So whether that is, putting in more shelving and, dedicating like a specific area just for that, I think that would kind of allow the overall operations to flow a lot smoother. We actually have a new POS system, so we'll be able to, there's a device that we have, it's a mobile device, so we can, walk around and serve people, so they don't really need to wait in line, for instance, if they, ate their meal and then they want dessert, but the line is so long.
Okay.
That's something that we're trying to work on right now before the summertime, just so that things flow a lot more smoother and stuff. Yeah.
What's POS?
Point of sale system, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I would just like to, express my gratitude towards Merv. For him to trust me with the Dancing Goat, and I wanted to thank him for helping me, with the ropes and everything, showing me how to do, run the business and how to, take over. And I hope that, I am able to continue with his legacy and continue to make, the Goat a special place for, the community. I want to thank the community as well for, welcoming me with open arms. And I'd also like to thank, my team. They've been so amazing. And, they truly made, the Goat my second home.
Well,
yeah.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming out to visit us.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. And we all welcome you to the community. And thank you for coming to tell us about yourself, your family, and your course for the Dancing Goat.
Yeah.
And we hope all your businesses will go well.
Thank you.
And we need it, and we appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It means a lot.
And thank you to our listeners. Please hit the like and subscribe button so you can stay up to date. And remember, it's free to subscribe to Highland Waves. And our quote for today is by Justina Headley, who says, "Adventure in life is good. Consistency in coffee is even better." So long for now, Pat.